Good afternoon. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so let's do the next chapter of Trials and Tribulations. I'm getting a bit stressed actually because these games are taking a lot longer than I planned, and the Disney Dreamlight Valley update is dropping later. I don't know whether I'm going to get well, I'm definitely not going to get the DLC expansion pack just yet. I have to wait till I've got a little bit more expendable money before that happens. But I'm hoping to get the free stuff and at least work through that. So I might have a late night sort of plow through Dreamlight Valley. But I still want to make this my priority right now because we started, so we'll finish. I've got a couple of hours. I've got to go out to teach tonight. So, yeah. Me and the dog, trying to keep him warm. It's ever so cold here. And, yeah, so should we crack on with the game? Should we do that? Okay. So we should be good there. I'm going to the stolen turnabout to see what all this is about. The time is 1 AM. Oh. Interesting. What is it? Detective, we made it. Phew, what a relief. Glad the jewel is still safe. Hey, Gumshoe. Oh, you said it, pal. It must have been our rock-solid security that scared him off. Would you mind opening the safe just to double-check? Oh, that was fast. Uh-oh. We've been had. Mask to mask. Guards, turn on. Oh dear. I better look next time, gentlemen. Oh dear. Well. Oh. Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. Uh-huh. But bye then. Wait, does he live on the moon? Mask to mask. Salutations. Okay, October 11th, 3:24 PM. Wright and Co. Law Offices. Hey Nick, get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later. This is important. Okay. Interesting. What are you freaking out about now? Today will be the last time you talk to me that way. Huh? We're about to hit the big time. Big time? What do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me are... don't be silly. You're talking about me and Pearly, of course. Hello. It's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Pearls, you haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway? Okay, haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. What's this? Some kind of poster? Rain Village, isn't that? That's right, it's our hometown. Pearly and mine, that is. What's this about treasures from the boonies? Very funny. You can laugh all you want, but you'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight? The Treasures of Crane exhibit doesn't actually start until next week. but the promoter sent us some special VIP entry passes. That's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick? Same Maya, different day. This young lady here is Maya Fay, the younger sister of Mia Fay, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one who's been keeping this law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium and a bit of a shady character. Hey, who are you calling shady? And this little girl is Pearl Fay, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself. I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. Karain Village is the home of the mysterious Karain channeling technique. And Maya here is the daughter of the Karain School's channeling master. It's Karain School of channeling. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's the real thing, all right. To Nick, how long are you going to make two gorgeous women like us wait? Yes, Mr. Nick. Can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit. Looks like I don't get a choice here. Might as well head on out. Treasure exhibit poster added. Record call. Okay, so main exhibit hall. Lordly Taylor, the city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Treasure exhibit, huh? I have to admit I'm pretty impressed. Nice. Wow, this is awesome. Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. It all depends on how you display it. Oh, they even have the dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Fay Manor storeroom. Oh yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. On a family heirloom. Say, Nick, the person in charge of this exhibition is waiting for us in the basement warehouse. Alright. I guess we should go say hello. Okay. Let's go to the warehouse then. Yep, this is a basement warehouse, alright. This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Wright. A monster. You were right. Huh? A monster? Good evening. It's good to see you again, Adrian Andrews. You? I know you. Nice to see you again too, little miss. Hello. Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how did you know her, Pearly? Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for the security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed since we last met. So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away in here. Okay. Do we need to talk to her? It's been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman? Why are you freaking out on me? What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all. Mystic Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily. Please, Maya, don't say anything that'll needle Pearls further. Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. It was something that happened 7 months ago. You remember, don't you, the nickel samurai case? Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick? After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. Well, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews, if it wasn't for us. No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I really am grateful. That's a relief. I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge exhibition like this must be very tiring. Well, Lordly Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums. Did you hear that, Pearlie? The finest museums. Yes, I did. That's really wonderful. So this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. The security guards are all very highly trained as well. That sounds good. So what's with that face she's making? Is with that face she's making? Can we go anywhere else? Maybe we move back into the main exhibition hall? Anywhere else to go? Okay. Question. What do we do? Oh, we can slide. Slidey slide. Ooh. What is this? Mystic Maya, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Amy, right? Yes, that's a statue of the woman who invented the crane channeling technique, Amy Faye. This statue is on loan from one of the training halls of the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. Is holding the what now? Am I ever meant to pronounce that? Chichisito. No, I'm not even going to be. She's holding this creepy looking thing. Don't ask me, how should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen this statue. That thing is the Korean, whatever that word is, it's a ceremonial sword. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Ah, Vivi, I wanted to cut something. What are you eyeing me for? Oh, look, it's already 8. Have you all eaten yet? Well, actually, I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together? Oh, I like the sound of that. Dine. It sounds so fancy. I'll have the kids' lunch. Pearlie, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill with a kid's dinner? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me. Shall we head upstairs then? After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews look so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day something terrible would happen. Okay, so we're back at the... right, sure. Interesting, interesting. Nick, this is terrible. What the... You're cleaning the toilet again. I never knew you were such a toilet freak. Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time. I'm going to turn on the TV. We've got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was the work of the renowned phantom thief Mask the Mask. Mask the Mask. According to a spokesperson, Lordly Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by this phantom thief who only targets rare treasures. Lordly Taylor? Well, Nick, what are you going to do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilet. Treasure, Lordly Taylor, you don't think... Yes, now get up, Nick. It was stolen by Mask the Mask. our most valuable treasure. The Kurain sacred urn was stolen. What? Okay, what on earth? Refresh my memory a little. What is this sacred urn? I forget these games were like... They were released years apart, weren't they? So like the whole reminding thing is great, but also not really necessary when you're playing them one after the other. It's only the most important treasure in Kurain Village, that's all. Look, it's right there on this poster. Yeah, because Pearly put it back together wrong. Don't you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul. Probably not anymore. Namely, the soul of Mystic Amy Faye, the founder of the Kurain channeling technique. Right, Pearly? Yes, that's right. Hold up. I thought that urn had the name Amy written on it. No, it says I am. Any idea how that happened, Pearly? Huh? Well, there are some things best left unsolved, wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick? That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Kurain Village, Maya's hometown. The sacred urn, it turned out to be an important clue in that case. Okay, the toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so let's see what's next. What's wrong with you, Nick? What do you mean? What do you mean, Mr. Nick? Your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen. Doesn't that even bother you? I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how... The village is Mystic Maya. She's the future master of the Kurain School of Channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you say you don't. Okay, I do. So what am I supposed to do about it? Isn't it obvious? Go and find the bad guy who did this. Yeah. And get the sacred urn back. But I'm not a detective, I'm a lawyer. That has nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya. Man, oh man, there's no winning against Pearl's fairy tale image of love. So what's the name of this bad guy again? Mask to mask, Nick. Make a note of it. Mask and damask. Okay. It was terrible. I was arrested and everything. Okay, this is last year's. 1 year ago, the murder in Kurain Village. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings. And this urn wound up being that key piece of evidence that proved her innocence. Mr. Nick, would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone I broke the urn. Oh yeah, that's right. No, I remember. This urn used to say Amy on it. Until Pearls accidentally broke it into a million pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well. Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts. Spelling, either. Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now, instead of Amy, it says, I am. You'd think other people would notice that. I can't believe no one's noticed this until now, a whole year later. I can't believe it myself. Okay, so let's go then. Let's go wandering. Let's go see what there is to do around here. Right, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy. But it doesn't look like anything has been disturbed. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy, huh? Hey, you can't poke around in here, pal. Wait a minute, that voice. Oh no, not him again. Gumshoe, it's you. And I'm the one who should be saying, not again. Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here anyway? Alright, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Hello, it's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, it's you, little missy. Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now is a good chance for you to try and remember it right. And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick. Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick. Yeah. Good to see you again too, I guess. Okay, let's see if he's got any clue. Mr. Detective Dick, can you ask us about what happened? Can you tell us about what happened? Oh, my brain. Oh, you're trying to remember my name. Atta girl. It's just Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn. I know about that. Oh? Well, the criminal's name is Mask to Mask. I know about that too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that? Well, I guess I sort of kind of owe you guys, in a way. The crime occurred last night around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the cream of the sign. The crime of... oh no, the scene of the crime. I think I need to go to bed, you guys. My brain and my mouth are not cooperating with each other. They're just... one is doing one thing and the other one's doing something else independently. Okay. At the scene of the crime, pal, he said the urn was just stolen. The scene of the crime? You mean here, right? Wrong. That urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse. The basement warehouse, huh? So who was guarding the basement warehouse? That guy. It's all his fault the thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets a swelled head thinking that he's an ace detective. Ace detective? Okay, let's... Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Mask to Mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Mask to Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unsuspecting victims. But underneath those disguises is the true Mask to Mask. Okay, so he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordly Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time. What? Then you knew he was planning on stealing the Sacred Urn? Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something. Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. Okay. So why do you call him an ace detective anyway? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up. So, what's he like? Well, like I told you, Mask to Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back. Wow, that is impressive, all by himself. Yeah, I gotta admit it, pal. Maybe he really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men on a stakeout. But none of us has ever gotten so much of a glimpse of the guy. But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief. Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? Okay. So what's this calling card? Here it is. But don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal? What's this mark on the front? That's Mask the Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them. They didn't mention that on the news flash. We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if a calling card is real or not is by this emblem. That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycats someday. Thanks, I guess. Okay, so should we move to the basement then? Okay. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. That's probably because it's air conditioned, to protect the art pieces, you know? Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. Huh? What the heck does that mean? Hello. I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please make yourself at home. Who are you anyway? Shh, silence. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. Is it? What do you see? Zvari? The truth has been... Hang on. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium, neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong? That's scary. How did you know that? How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I am a traveller of both time and space, and a swimmer of dreams. What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it. Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman, and introduce myself. The name is Atme. Luke Atme. Ace Detective. It's a great nose you've got there, dude. Oh, hi. Don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of. Your name's Wright. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. I'm Maya Faye. Ace Spirit Medium. And I'm, Pearl Faye. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and, Spirit Medium Ace Apprentice. Excellent. Well then, shall we begin our little game? A game? Why does the phrase one short of a baker's dozen come to mind with this guy? Why does it, indeed? So are you really as famous as you say? Of course. For a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I had no idea anyone was left in this city that had not heard of me. Look at me. I am Mask to Mask's archenemy, the ace detective Luke Atme. At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, the other the angelic cherubs of light. Oi, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick? I've been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning this criminal's patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Magina, to the crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from mask to mask, with my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles. Yeah, they mentioned it on the news in the Great People Around Town segment. They said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. Well, compared to the treasure that I retrieved for them, it's not much. So in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Okay. Oh, tell us what you know about Mask to Mask, and keep it simple, please. Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds. Last night, hearing the bells of this store, we were locked in the most glorious battle. I see. Hang on a second. You were here last night? Here, in Lordly Taylor. Naturally, wherever Damask goes, you will find Atme laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps? More like Damask out-eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time, I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail. Probably. Let's do that. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night? But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces. Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio. I first received the request for my services 20 days ago, and it was 10 days ago that we received Mask to Mask's calling card. Then, you were hired before the calling card even arrived. Yes, you see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonitions were realised. A calling card arrived, right? Yes, so ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse and waited for him alone. Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous. Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops? Nincompoops, I love that word. You've got a lot of nerves. After all, it was you that let Damask get away. I always operate alone and concealed, out of the sight of others. Concealed? Precisely. Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies, first you must fool your friends. It's my own original proverb. Anyway, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared. But that's impossible. How could it just disappear? How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, Sir Lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here. For someone who seriously messed up his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself. So you're saying that even though no one came out, no one, I'm sure that should say no one, even though no one came through those doors last night, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose? It's just not possible. It's just not possible. Let's see what's about. Oh, Sir Lawyer, please refrain from such crude behaviour. Okay, so, what do you mean? This criminal is an artist. The crime scene is the canvas upon which he paints. Only I, ace detective Atme, have an eye which is educated enough to read the signs. Could you translate that for me, Nick? I think he pretty much said don't touch anything, amateurs. If there's something you wish to know about, you have but to ask Atme. I know everything there is to know about my rival, Mask to Mask. What do I do now? Does he have any top secret information? Stuff that only a real crime buff would know. I'll think about what to ask while I listen to what Mr. Ace Detective has to say. Okay, so we can't look at stuff. top secret? Do you know anything about this? Masked calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my arch rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top secret piece of information. Well, we've got an ace lawyer, an ace spirit medium, and an ace cousin apprentice here. Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals. I don't know if I really want this guy to like us, ever. Well, Sir Lawyer, I've been told that you two are pursuing the mysterious thief. Well, that's right. We're going to find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do. Are we? Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If, perchance, you should discover something of value, then return to my office. My Office of Earthly Delights, the Atme Detective Agency. Office of Earthly Delights. Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do. Wait a minute. He's gone. I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Nick. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. I want to go to his office too. Take me with you, okay? Okay. So let's go and have a look around. Let's see what there is. So the box, the broken, whatever that is. That pathetic looking wooden box. Ah, that's the box that had the sacred urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on there. I worked so hard to make that box. You made that poor excuse for a box, Maya. What's that supposed to mean? That urn has always been on its stand in the winding way of Fay Manor, so there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it. Poor Maya. Maybe it would have been better if Mask had taken the box too. Okay. Let's ask about this. Wow, this is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again? Summit she too. It's literally 7-branch sword in Japanese. Shito. I'm butchering that probably. Also says Miss Andrews. Well, it's pretty heavy. 1 hit. 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? Bet it'd sell like hotcakes. There's something about it that bothers me. Well, you're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly. This sword, wasn't Mystic Amy holding it last night? She sure was. And another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now. You're right. Awesome, Pearly. I wouldn't expect any less from my little ace apprentice. Sword is bent, so that must mean last night someone used it somehow. I just thought of something. Maybe Detective Atme smashed Mask to Mask with it. Like this. Ow! What the heck? What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before. Oh man, my head. My hair! Okay, the ceremonial sword wasn't bent before the crime. Okay. There's a camera up here. Does this have anything? It's a security camera. It's trained on the big door to the storeroom. It's set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in or out. A security camera. Yeah, go stand in front of that door and it'll snap your photo too, Pearly. Mystic Maya, do you think I should smile? Nah, it's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face. Like this. Okay. what about, did it capture anything? Hey Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer. A computer? Oh, I've heard of those. It has such a cute name. It looks like this computer is for storing the data from the security camera. When someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them. It's probably the trap that the detective set up. Let's see if we can find last night's data on this thing. We might even find a photo of masked Mats. Let's see here. I really stink at working these things. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot. I don't know how to pull up the photos. I had no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick. Yeah, well, I managed to print out the camera data anyway. I guess you have to learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick? Yeah, sure. Anyway, it looks like the camera only went off once last night. Okay. Camera data. Okay. Oh, what happened here? Look what you did, Nick. You spilled paint over there. I didn't do that. Well, it wasn't here last night. I would have noticed this colour, a colour this outrageous. But this paint has already dried up. Well then, you should have cleaned it up before it dried, Nick. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me. It looks like it's been several days since it was spilled. Hey, look at this. What is it? There's some kind of shape left in the bottom side of this stain. Huh? You're right. Interesting. I wonder what it could be. Well, it's clearly the shape of the box. This statue of Mystic Amy is so cool. I want a gold statue of myself. We could put it in the office. Hey, it's Wright & Co. How about a gold statue of me? Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange. Huh? What is it, Pearls? This statue of Mystic Amy. Was this where it was last night? I'm pretty sure it was closer to the door. Yeah, I think you're right. Great job, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from my ace cousin. So the statue was moved on the night of the crime. Okay. So we've got the box. It says origami. No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize. You just can't see the last two letters. Yeah, well, I guess no one else could read it either because this place is a mess. Yeah, you must feel right at home, huh? Rude. Okay. What about over here? Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there? Looks like it's the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. Okay. Why is there so much paint? Oh, tired? Brr. It looks like part of a big signboard. All I can read on it is the burr. I've got it. Maybe it's supposed to say hamburger. Why would anyone write hamburger that big? Like maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something? Kinda doubt it. I've got it. Maybe it said spaghetti. Why are you talking about food? Oh, wait. That's normal for you. Anyway, it says burr. There's no way it could be spaghetti. Well, maybe it was a typo. It might have said Spaghetti Festival. What do you think? Okay to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning. Rude. Okay. Do we have anything else to look at? We do not, by the looks of this. Let's have a look at these ladders. Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Don't we have this conversation every single time? Right, sorry. Why do I feel like we've had this exact conversation for somewhere before? Because we have it every single time. Without fail. Okay. So, should we move? Oh. Let's go back. Hey, Nick, your cell phone's ringing. Hello, Phoenix Wright here. Oh. It's me, Gumshoe. Gumshoe? What is it? What's so funny? I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Finally, this underdog is the alpha dog today. That stuck-up detective's met his match. Yep, I finally caught him. Lock, stock and barrel. There's no escape for him. You caught him? Are you saying you captured Masked Mask? Bingo. Well, actually, he surrendered. But I still got him. Masked Mask surrendered. That's great. So when can we come pick up the sacred urn? Well, you see, I was going to tell you. What? Something wrong? Do you think you can swing by the detention centre sometime? The detention centre? He wants to talk to you. Masked Mask, that is. What? He wants to talk to Nick. I'll be waiting for you, pal. So get over here soon. Okay. The detention centre, huh? Okay, so it looks like we're going to the detention centre. Oh, how do we get there? We don't want to go there. Do we go here and there? Detention centre, yeah. There we go. Hey pal, welcome to the detention centre. You're sure in a happy mood, aren't you? Yep, after all, we got Master right, but, so where's the sacred urn? Oh, sorry about that, pal. I guess I really didn't think about it before. But you're the victim, in this case. Huh? Well, I guess I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth. You know, he's right, Nick. He is. If you think about it real hard, we are the victims. Well, I guess so, in a way. I'm so used to think of the victim as a dead person because we're always on murder cases. Excuse me. But anyway, I have to get the sacred urn back. Please, don't just ignore me. Hello? Who are you? I'm Masked Mask, okay? Hey, Nick. Doesn't he look kind of, well, gangly? I'm Rondalite, the famous Masked Mask. I don't think this guy could punch his way out of a wet paper bag. Okay. So you're the Masked Mask guy? Yes, you bet. No, that's wrong. You see, it's complicated. Sort of yes and sort of no. If you know what I mean. What's wrong? Well, when I say wrong, what I really mean to say is that it's not right, per se. You see, it's not spelled Masked Mask. It's spelled Mask Damask. What's with this guy? Oh, well, he's a timid little weakling, we know that much. Don't do that. Don't look at me like that. I don't need your pity. And a major crybaby, too. So, why did you give yourself up? Well, you see, it's because, well, I know why. It's because you stole Such a priceless treasure. And now you're overwhelmed with guilt, am I right? Priceless treasure. That broken old urn. I have a little favour to ask. Yes, what is it? Could you go and talk to Desi? Desi? Where's the sacred urn? Look, we really want our urn back, so where is it? I'm sorry, I'll give it back. I really will. Maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can't keep. I'll just end up hurting people. Why does it keep greying out? What is happening? Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear what he just said, especially that last part. Mr. Damask, do you think you could speak up a little? Yes, sir, I will, I promise. Maybe not. You see, I'm already speaking in my normal voice, so I really can't do anything. Mr. Damask, about the urn? Oh, yes, the urn, right away. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind telling you, but I'm actually afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway. Enough already. Just tell it to us straight. Please, please don't yell at me. I'm sorry. That urn, I lost it. What? You lost it? What did you just say? Did you say you lost it? Yes, no, maybe so, yes. I mean, yes, I lost it. What do you mean? Well, you know, I lost it, like I said. These things just happen. You're on the train and you get distracted and you forget your bag, you know? What? You forgot our sacred urn on a train? Wait a minute, you went on the train dressed like that? No, I was just speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just lost it somewhere. I don't know where. This guy's story is more surreal than a Dali painting. Are you really sure this creep is masked a mask? Maya, don't call him a creep. Although I do have to admit I understand your doubts about this guy. Who the hell is Desi? So, who is this Desi person? Please don't talk about my wife like that. I guess she must be his wife. I'm sorry. The truth is, it was my wife that told me to have you all come here. Do you think you could go visit her at my hideout? Hideout? Mr. Nick, what does he mean by hideout? Oh, sorry. Naturally, I meant to say my secret base. Secret base? Wow. My apartment, actually. Palazzo Palepi. Palepi? Palpipi. Palazzo Palpipi. Third floor. Let's go have a look, Nick. Damask's hideout. Something tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout. Okay, so it looks like we're going to his hideout then. Let's go there. Who's motioning at my house? Who? Okay. Damask's hideout. Very good, very good. Wow. Check this place out. No doubt about it. This is Damask's hideout, alright. Who is it? Is that you, Ronnie? Who are you people? Are you Desi Delight? That's right, I'm Desiree. Ah. Oh, you must be the lawyer and the victim. Yeah, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you. I'm Maya Faye, and this is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nicky boy and Maya, huh? I can't tell you how grateful I am that you decided to help my Ronnie. Well, you're welcome. Did she really call me Nicky boy? Okay, so let's have a talk to About your husband. Isn't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though. A bit. By the way, did you know they mentioned Maya on TV? Huh? Really? They said you only earn and you're doing some shady training at a law office now. Remind me not to watch that channel's news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to meet the lawyer they mentioned. I see. My Ronnie, he has a powerful imagination and gets deluded easily. He kept insisting he was going to surrender to the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me. I stole that urn, he kept saying, as if it was even possible. Huh? But are you saying he didn't? Of course he didn't. Why would my Ronnie ever do something like that? Well, you know, it's a priceless treasure and he's, you know, is it possible his own wife doesn't know his secret identity? Me, I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life. Oh, excitement, huh? Yes. I'm at my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike, going at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line, you know what I mean? Well, I think that depends on how you ride it. I'm the type that can't stand living in a boring, dreary old life with no action. No offence, but your husband, Ron, doesn't exactly look like the risk-taking type himself. You're right about that. He's definitely not one for thrills and danger. But I do have to say that he makes up for it in other ways. Other ways? Yes, money. Ronnie is incredibly rich and super generous. He bought me a bike that's so fast it would make your head spin. And shopping. I like to shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The other day, it actually happened. His head actually started to spin. Man, talk about high-maintenance wife. So where does Mr. Delight get all his money from? Ronnie is a security guard. They put their lives on the line, right? So they get paid tons of money in return. Tons of it. He's a security guard. I think it's my turn for my head to spin. Okay. Can you tell us about what happened last night? What time did that incident take place again? Oh, what time was it again, Maya? Well, according to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning. Last night was horrible. I got pulled over. Pulled over? Yes, I always do my best flying at night. Flying? You're talking about your motorcycle, right? Yes. Anyway, last night I got pulled over by a policeman. I can't believe he caught up to me. It was a great chase, let me tell you. When he finally caught me, the poor man was as white as a sheet. It was about 3 in the morning when I finally got home. Sounds like she's got an airtight alibi. Well, what about Mr. Delight? I don't really know. We weren't together at that time of night. But when I got home, he was already fast asleep. So basically, he's got no alibi. Okay. So, is your husband... Is this your husband? Mr. Light, you must know, right? About your husband and Masked Mask. Masked Mask, of course. I know all about it. My husband is his biggest fan. Yep. What? Huh? Just give me 1 second, guys. I'll be back. Hello, I'm back. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, so he's his biggest fan. Sure. Biggest fan. Yes, Ronnie can be pretty delusional sometimes. I mean, I would say Delulu. He's turned himself in. That's how this whole misunderstanding happened. Wait a minute, did you say delusional? Yes, that's right. I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes that he is Masked Mask. What? What are you talking about? Okay, can we ask about the delusions? So, when did Ron first become Master Mask? What are you talking about? He's not Master Mask. Huh? But, wait a second. Look around at this room. This place is obviously Master Mask's hideout. No, you're totally wrong. A real thief's hideout wouldn't look like this. It's because Ronnie is so timid himself that he looks up to heroic figures. Heroic figures? But Masked Mask is a bad guy. So he's deluded, huh? Could that really be true? Anyway, if he really had stolen the urn, wouldn't he still have it? Well, I suppose so. Then why don't you ask him if he has the urn or not? She has a point. Mr. Delight isn't exactly the criminal type. But something about Ron's behaviour bothers me. Maybe it's true. Maybe Mr. Delight isn't Master Mask after all. So, can I ask you something, Nicky boy? What is it? I know I may seem like a bad girl on the outside, but the one thing I won't stand for is illegal activity. I had the feeling you wouldn't. You're tough, but I can tell you've got a good heart. Somebody framed my poor Ronnie. I just know it. I mean, turning himself into the police, that's probably how it was done. Could you give this to Ronnie for me? A letter? Yes, for Ronnie. I want him to fight back. Mr. Light. Okay, you've got it. Just relax and leave it all to us. Okay. So can we look around the apartment? Why is Old Bag's get up here? This thing looks vaguely familiar. Oh, I know, it's a fishbowl. Well, an upside down one anyway. I think it's a helmet. An alien helmet. And that looks like a tape recorder or something next to it. I think it's a transceiver. An alien transceiver. Nick, do you think maybe you could act like a grown-up for a little bit? Getting lectured by Maya to be more of an adult. That's a new low. Okay. What else is there in here? All sorts of things. Interesting. Oh, that's so cute. It's called a hot air balloon, you know. Well, there's no fooling you. I want to make my own balloon now. I'll even let you ride in it, Nick. The emblem on the balloon is supposed to be top secret. That's proof enough that Ron Delight really is Masked Mask. I'd better not tell Maya. She gets kind of scary when it comes to celebrities. Okay. I'm not sure we need anything from in here, but I think we should just go and give him his letter. Detention center. And then let's give him this. Oh, that's right. Here. This is from your wife. Oh, from Desi. Thank you. Actually, more like taken. My dear Ronnie, how are you? I'm doing fine. He's clutching onto that letter so hard the ink is going to be squeezed out. He looks so happy. You should write a letter to Mystic Maya too, Mr. Nick. Mr. Lawyer? Yes. In the letter that Desi wrote, she said, ask this guy to be your lawyer. Huh? I know this would be asking a lot, but could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow. Hang on a second. He can't be your lawyer. Why not? What do you mean, why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victims of this Damask guy. Well, yeah, but according to Desiree, he didn't do it. She said, poor man, he's deluded himself into thinking he did it. Right, Mr. Nick? Come on, she could be lying to protect her husband. Well, that's true. No, actually not. Actually, it's hard to say. Oh no, it's spreading. Oh please, I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return. What should I do? Well, I mean, we've got to take his case, right? Well, Mr. Delight, I've decided to give it a try. I'll defend you. Really? You will? Hey, what are you doing, Nick? He's a thief. You can't trust him. Well, he may be a thief, but I think there's more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. Pearls? I can't believe you'd defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you, ever. Oh dear. We made Pearls cry. But Pearly, wait. Oh, this is going to be ugly. I'll go after her. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that. I guess I might as well start investigating. Oh, Maya, where's Pearls? She said she's going back to the office. Go check in on her later, would you? And what about you? Are you okay with me taking Mr. Delight's case? Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I believe in you. I think I'm going to cry. I know you have a lot of work to do. I really appreciate it. Okay, Nick. Let's get this show on the road. Okay, let's go and check on Pearls. Ah, Mr. Nick, welcome back. Oh, hey Pearls, you're back too, I see. I went and bought us a strawberry cake. I'll go make some tea to go with it. Hey, Pearls? It looks like she feels really bad about what happened at the detention centre. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. I'll never forgive you, ever. Mystic Maya, the tea is ready. Oh, thanks. Come on, Mr. Nick, please have some of this cake. Yeah, thanks. Pearls? Oh, excuse me, I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet. Hey, it's okay, I just cleaned it this morning. Why is everybody cleaning the toilet? Too late. This might be a good time for me to ask about her. Okay, let's ask about Pearl. I first met Pearls a year ago. It was when that murder happened at Karain Village. I still remember what she said to me when we first met. You're Mr. Nick, right? You're Mystic Maya's special someone. Hey Maya, I've always thought it was because she was young, but what? Pearls, I think she's got the wrong idea about you and me. Huh? There's something you need to understand. What is it? It's kind of like a Karain Village custom, sort of. Okay. Pearl seems to love you a lot. Well, it's because I'm her only cousin, and, well, because of the murder case last year. Pearlie's mother is... Oh, yeah. She's in jail. I remember now. Pearl's mother, Morgan Fay. She's serving a prison term in isolation right now. Isolation, that's pretty bad. So you see, I'm the only family Pearlie has right now. Poor Pearl. But it's the same for me too. Maya. My mother's gone too. What about... There are hardly any men in the Crane village. Now that you mention it, I never actually saw any men there when I visited. I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago. About how spiritual powers run very strong in the Fae family. Yeah, you did. And that's why you're undergoing training to be a spirit medium, right? Yeah, the thing is, only women can actually inherit the spiritual power. That's why the whole culture of Crane Village kind of revolves around its women. Well, that's understandable. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages. Oh? Well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Especially if the man has a daughter. Are you saying that Pearl's father... He's gone. He left the village when she was very young. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, and she grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages all around her. That's why she's so sensitive to things like that. Okay. So your mother's still missing? Yeah, and no one has any idea where she is. Maya's mother, Misty Fay. The current master of the Crane channeling technique. She disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. But you're sure she's still alive, right? Yeah, I know she is. It's sort of a spirit medium thing. And if your mother doesn't come back, then what? Then according to the laws of the village, I'll become the next master. Mystic Maya, the master of the Crane technique. Sounds like a heavy responsibility. Yeah, but there's no one else with the blood of the Fae main family who's a spirit medium. Well, Nick, why don't we go out and start investigating? We're not going to learn anything just sitting around the office. Yeah, I know, but first I want to talk to Pearls. Mr. Nick? Yeah? I acted like a baby. Pearls, I doubted you, even though Mystic Maya trusted you completely. I guess I still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick? Yes? From the bottom of my heart, I apologise for what I said. Oh, it's okay. I'm the one that should be apologising. Well, I'm going out now for a little bit. Huh? Where are you going? I may be small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling power. So I'm going to show you I can be useful too, by finding some evidence. Hey, wait up. Oh, she sure runs fast. Nick, let's back off and give her some room, okay? Yeah. Okay, we should do that for sure. Okay, so let's move. Let's go start investigating then, I guess. Oh dear, Maya? Oh, Miss Andrews. I'm so sorry, it's my fault. Your precious urn. Your precious urn. Please calm down. What's wrong? It never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Maya, I'm sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. No, it's okay. I know I don't look it, but I'm good with my hands. I could make you another urn. Hold on. Just wait, okay? Breathe. Calm down and talk to us. Forgive me. Forgive me. Right, I've just got to go and answer my door. 1 second. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back for a couple of minutes. What the hell? Honestly. When it doesn't rain, it pours. That was my next door neighbour. Wanted me to help him put something on Facebook. Bless. So the dog's just eating, so I'll probably have to let him out in a minute. So let's figure out what I was doing. What was I doing? Let's ask about the calling card. So when did you get the calling card from Master Max? Let's see. Exactly 10 days ago. I was going to show it to the police, but that detective stopped me. So you asked Detective Atme to help with security? Yes, in fact, it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. He seemed to know much more about Mask to Mask than the police. So you hired him for security even before the calling card arrived? Well, yes. I had a premonition that something bad might happen. I've learned to trust my hunches. So that's why there is excuse me, I'm losing my voice now. That's why there are security cameras, even in the basement warehouse. Yes, Lordly Taylor is very serious about their security measures. It was their way of saying, bring it on, to any potential thieves. Well, he sure bought it last night and even left with a nice souvenir. Okay. Right, just give me a second. I won't be very long this time. I'm just going to go and let the dog out. I'm back. Ugh. I swear I'm losing the will today. What a life. What a life. Okay. Let's ask about the security. Can you tell us a bit about security for the treasure exhibit? It was all my fault. I never should have called this paltry little collection a treasure exhibit anyway. Or why do you say that? The urn that was stolen is a pretty important object. Maybe. But its actual value after appraisal was, well, practically zero. Zero? I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. But that urn contains the soul of Mystic Amy. Anyway, I left all the security arrangements to Detective Atme. But 5 days ago, I began receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Kirain. Lots of people started going in and out of the warehouse down there. So maybe one of them was actually Master Mask in disguise. No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here, so that's not possible. Knowing Adrian, she probably even checked out what they ate for breakfast that morning. Okay, so I suppose we're going to have to go and talk to the stupid... this guy. Can he shop it? Okay. Very cute. Hello? Well, well. How lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Okay. Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere. We're actually kind of... Shh. Silence. Okay, precisely as I expected. What is? Zvari. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium, am I correct? I think we've already been through this. Ha. So my estimation was correct. How truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you? I suppose we're just going to talk. You mentioned before that you were on guard duty all alone last night. Precisely. This is my 5th encounter with my archenemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with the rightful pursuit of my prey. I heard you've been after Master Mask since his very first theft. Yes, my dear. I see you've done your homework. In his very first heist, that vile thief pilfered the famous jewel, the Tear of Amanon. I first encountered him in the museum's sacred hall, the crime scene itself. So that's why you were hired as security for the treasure exhibit. I'm pretty sure he said that Adrian Andrews hired him. Yes. I borrowed some equipment from Lordly Taylor and set the perfect trap. You must mean the security camera. But I thought you were watching the area yourself too. So how did Master Mask manage to steal the urn? That's the $1,000,000 question. What is the Mask's modus operandi? Mr. Atme, did you know about the sacred urn? I'm interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Mask to Mask. Sacred urn, that has nothing to do with this case. Okay. But wasn't that what Master Mask stole this time? I am a hunter, sir. The urn was nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. Do you yourselves remember the shape of the individual peanuts you throw to pigeons? We still have them. Okay. I don't like this guy's attitude, Nick. Well, anyway. It looks like he doesn't know about the urn. There's something that's kind of bothering me. Please, my dear, ask me anything you like. After all, we are all but seekers, wandering alone in the dark. Well, I was wondering how Mask to Mask managed to steal the urn. I mean, isn't it strange that you don't seem to know? Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Mask to Mask. Okay. I thought this was going to happen. What? It's a cyclops. Cyclops? Okay. Hey Nick, what is this cyclops thing? Well, your Magatama lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I can find out what those secrets are. What? This Magatama has that kind of power? Maya, you're the one who gave me this Magatama last year. Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized family heirloom, but Pearly was the one that actually imbued it with spiritual powers, right? That's why I don't really know much about what it can do. This is the woman that's going to take over the Korean channeling school someday. So how do you do it? How do you break the Cyclops thing? Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret. Cool. I can't wait to see it in action. Come on, try it out. Okay. Oh boy. I think the future master still needs to learn how to be patient. Okay, so let's present the Magatama then, I guess. That's what we're doing now. Okay, Detective Abney, you were standing guard at the scene of the crime. There's no way you didn't see Master Mask commit the crime. Well now, I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Yes, indeed, I was guarding the warehouse. That much is true. But I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door. I'm not sure why, but this Atme guy is lying through his teeth. I know. I'll show him some proof. Detective Atme, I have a proof that someone went through that door last night. Well, this wasn't bent before the crime, so maybe this. Very interesting that you would present such a thing to me, Luke Atme, ace detective. Unfortunately, it is meaningless. You need to go home, take a long cold shower, and get a good night's rest, said the lawyer. Okay, so it wasn't that then. I guess that's a miss. Maybe I don't have enough evidence yet. If that's true, it could be dangerous for me to push on, but I need to break him. I have proof that someone went through the door. Well, that went off, so this then instead? There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. I should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through that door. Precisely. I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night. What? But my monocle didn't catch anyone in its flash. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be. Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned. What? Are you saying that I didn't do my duty properly? Detective Atme, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is, why are you trying to hide it? If he's hiding it, there must be some reason. Some reason that he desperately wants to keep hidden. And I've got just a piece of evidence that should prove it. Okay, let's suppose you didn't manage to see Mask to Mask. In that case, the reason you didn't at that time is because you were unconscious. Oh, maybe he hit him with the sticky thing. I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Show me your evidence. This then. Detective Atme, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you? Surely you must be joking. You think that I, Luke Atme, could be knocked unconscious so easily? This sword proves it. That's... Before the theft, this sword was in the hand of the statue of Amy Faye. Furthermore, at that time, it was not bent. There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by this sword. Well, Detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney. Okay. That means we can finish asking him about this. I can't deny that there may be a small hint of truth in what you say. So you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you? Clobber? What an ugly way of saying it. But I suppose you could put it that way. The coward struck at the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer. So you never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse? No. The coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. Then my arch-nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. Ouch. Mr. Atme should have his poor head examined. You can say that again. How could he have underestimated the thief that badly? Okay. Well, it looks like we got one thing cleared up anyway. Huh? What? That Atme is the greatest detective... That Atme is the greatest ace detective in the world? Nope. That he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be masked mask. Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably masked mask. But you never actually saw him. Perhaps so, but I installed a security camera for just such a contingency. Oh. Last night, the camera went off exactly once. Behold, this is a photo of the dastardly thief, taken by the security camera. That's him. Masked mask. The thief can be none other than the arch-criminal Masked Mask. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such brazen crimes. What are you talking about? So what did you mean by he had a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. But how would you know about that? Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the finest ace detective ever to walk on the face of the earth. The most brilliant mind since, well, ever. Luke Atme. Well, I guess we'd better go take a look, just in case. Okay, so I guess we're going back to the hideout then. I did see that envelope actually, because I'm in. There it is. Right. Hey, Nick, remember what Detective Atme said? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. A green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it. Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 AM on October the 12th and bring $50,000. 50,000? This is a blackmail letter. It sure looks like a major clue, alright. Ding dong. Oh, someone's at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take a second, I promise. Okay. Oh, thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. When I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please, come on in. I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. Wait a minute, I know that voice. Oh, Nicky boy, I'm so sorry, but I've got another guest. Ah, you're... Nick, it's you, and Maya too. What a fluke. Larry. Long time no see. What? You know each other? Nicky boy. Nick, do you and this girl have, something going on? Something? If you mean one of it, I underestimated you, Nick. A gorgeous lady like this. And married too. Way to go, dude. I knew it. Just when things can't get any worse, it's time to cue in the Butts. Larry Butts. Ever since grade school, he's been not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey man, that wasn't nice. I was your very first client. We've got quite the storied history, he and I. And what we used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the Butts. Hey, come on now, you're embarrassing me. And in front of this pretty little thing here. So you two are old childhood friends, I see. You're so sweet. You two go ahead and catch up on all times. I'm going to check on my bike. Nice girl, that Desi. So, how you been, Nick? Too busy if you really want to know. Okay. Let's talk to Larry then. So, what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard from you. And what's with those clothes? You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform from my part-time job. But I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. Huh? Okay, huh? What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you, women, I don't trust them anymore. You got dumped again? Well, you know Benifer? Benifer? I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. That's when I met the famous Catty Tom, and my whole life changed. Benifer, Catty Tom. I never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Catty Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Well, actually. Anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women. They're so... Oh, but you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. Looks like he's still the same old Larry. Why are you here? Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy, that's all. Well, actually, I picked this up last night while I was working. A wallet. You say you found this last night? Yeah, it had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. Okay, so Ron's gone to security. Let me see that for a minute. Desi's picture is in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Hey, it's not what you're thinking at all. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. Aw, no way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is here just to check out Miss Delight. So you said you found it at your job, right? Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in uniform, you know? A security guard, huh? So that's what that uniform is all about. So what time was it when you found this last night? Huh? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I've got an alibi? You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy. I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. What was Mr. Delight's wallet doing there? Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there. He works there? You mean Mr. Delight? Sure. Here, take a look at this. It's right here in his wallet. What's this card? It's a key card for the security company. See? It's got a serial number on it right here. There's no mistake about it. You said you were working part-time at a security company, right? That's right. Why are you making that scary face? Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this key card. Okay. So, interesting. I'm going to leave it there for today. I've got to go and get ready for work. Got to sort the dog out. He's going to go and have a little nap next door. Hello. Okay, so let me go see if there's anyone to read. I might be back on later. Just to do the oh, what's it called? Dreamlight Valley update. Because it needs to be done. I've got to do the whole star path thing, I would imagine. Okay. So let's see if there's anyone on. Okay, so there's nobody about. So I'm going to leave it there for tonight. So thanks for watching, thanks for following, all that stuff. Hugely appreciated. And I will hopefully see you later. If not, I will definitely see you tomorrow. Can't imagine why there's any reason I wouldn't be on tomorrow. So I'm going to leave it there. Okay. Thank you. Bye.